Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have new story from Reddit, and without further ado, let's get into it. My wife keeps calling me another man's name in bed, and I found out why. Hey Reddit, I'm in a situation I never thought I'd be in, and I honestly don't know how to process it. I'm a 34-year-old guy, married to my wife, Emma, 32F, for 6 years. Up until now, I thought we had a great marriage, solid communication, a good sex life, and just an overall deep connection. But lately, something has been seriously off. It started a few months ago. During intimate moments, Emma would sometimes moan a name that wasn't mine. The first time it happened, I thought I misheard her. I mean, it was quick and I was too in the moment to really process it. But then it happened again and again. The name she kept saying was Daniel. Now, my name isn't even close to Daniel. We don't have any friends or family members named Daniel. And trust me, I racked my brain trying to figure out if maybe she was referencing some movie character or if it was just a slip of the tongue. But deep down I knew. My gut was telling me something was wrong. I decided to talk to her about it. I waited until we were having a normal, casual evening and I just said, "Hey, I noticed something weird lately. You've called me Daniel a couple of times when we're, in bed. Who's Daniel?" The moment I said it, her face went pale. Like full-on deer in headlights. She stammered for a second before laughing nervously and saying, "Oh my god, I didn't even realize I did that. That's so embarrassing. I think it's just a random name, babe." You know how people say weird stuff in the heat of the moment? I wanted to believe her. I really did. But something about her reaction felt off. She was trying too hard to brush it off. I told myself I was being paranoid, but the doubt was there. And once doubt creeps in, it's hard to shake. A few weeks passed and I couldn't get it out of my head. I started noticing other weird things. She became more protective of her phone. She started dressing up more when she went out with her friends. And she had been coming home later than usual from work. That's when I decided to do something I never thought I'd do. I snooped. I know, huge breach of trust. But I was desperate. One night, while she was in the shower, I went through her phone. And that's when I found it. A text thread with someone named D. At first glance, it was innocent enough. Normal conversations, nothing explicit. But the more I scrolled, the more my stomach twisted. The way they talked to each other wasn't how coworkers or friends talk. It was flirty. Intimate. And then I saw a message that made my heart drop. "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." I felt like I was going to throw up. I kept scrolling, my hands shaking, and I saw more messages, plans to meet up, inside jokes, pet names. This wasn't some misunderstanding. My wife was cheating on me. I put the phone down just as I heard the water turn off. My mind was racing. Should I confront her? Should I wait and gather more proof? Should I just pack my bags and leave? I decided to play it cool. For the next few days, I acted normal, but inside I was dying. Every time she smiled at me, every time she kissed me, all I could think about was how she was giving herself to someone else. I started digging deeper. I checked our shared bank account and found charges for fancy restaurants and hotels, places we had never been together. I checked her location history on Google Maps, and sure enough, there were places she had been going that she never mentioned. And then I found him, Daniel. I did some social media stalking and found his profile. He was a coworker, married, with kids. The rage I felt was indescribable. This man wasn't just ruining my marriage, he was betraying his own family too. I knew I had to confront her, but I wanted to do it in a way that she couldn't weasel out of. So I devised a plan. One night, I told her I had a surprise for her. I made dinner, set the table, lit some candles. She came home all smiles, thinking I was just being romantic. After we ate, I casually said, "Hey, I have a gift for you." I pulled out my phone, opened the text messages I had screenshotted, and slid it across the table. Her face drained of all color. She just stared at the screen, not saying a word. Then she whispered, "Where did you get this?" "That doesn't matter," I said. "What matters is that you've been lying to me." "Who is Daniel to you?" She broke down crying, full on sobbing. She started apologizing, saying it was a mistake, that she never meant to hurt me, that she still loved me. But I just sat there stone-faced. I asked her how long it had been going on. She admitted it had been months. I asked her if she ever planned to tell me. She said no. I asked her if she loved him, and she hesitated. That hesitation told me everything I needed to know. I got up, grabbed my keys, and told her I was leaving for the night. I needed space. She begged me to stay, but I couldn't even look at her. That was a week ago. Since then, I've been staying with my brother, trying to figure out my next move. She's been texting and calling nonstop, begging for another chance. She swears she'll end things with Daniel, that she'll do whatever it takes to fix this. But I don't know if I can ever trust her again. Every time I close my eyes, I hear her moaning his name. Every time I think about our past, I wonder how much of it was a lie. I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to believe she's sorry, that we can work through this. But the other part of me knows I'll never look at her the same way again. Reddit, what would you do? Update 1. She wants to fix things, but I found out more. Hey Reddit, I didn't expect to come back with an update so soon, but things have escalated in a way I never saw coming. I've been staying at my brother's place for about a week now, trying to process everything. I was leaning towards divorce, but Emma has been relentless in trying to fix things. She's been texting, calling, even showing up at my brother's house begging to talk. At first, I ignored her, but eventually I agreed to meet her in public. We sat down at a coffee shop and she immediately started sobbing, saying she had cut off all contact with Daniel and that she would do anything to save our marriage. She told me it was never about love, that it was just a stupid mistake, and that she got caught up in the thrill of it. She swore it didn't mean anything, that she still loved me and only me. I wanted to believe her, but I couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't telling me everything. So I asked her one last question. Does his wife know? And that's when she froze. I watched her eyes dart around like she was calculating what to say. Finally, she mumbled, "No, I didn't want to ruin their family." That's when I lost it. Oh, but our family doesn't matter? Our marriage doesn't matter? You were fine ruining my life, but his wife deserves to live in the dark. She had no answer, just more tears. That's when I made my decision. If she wasn't going to tell Daniel's wife, I would. After our talk, I went full detective mode. I found Daniel's wife on Facebook and sent her a message. I told her everything, provided screenshots, and even included hotel receipts that I had found on our joint bank account. I was brutally honest. She deserved to know. About an hour later, she replied. She already knew. But here's the kicker, she didn't care. She told me that this wasn't the first time Daniel had cheated and it probably wouldn't be the last. She had considered leaving him before, but she had 2 young kids and felt trapped. She thanked me for telling her but said she had made peace with the fact that her husband was a serial cheater. I didn't even know how to respond. I felt sick. Here I was thinking I was blowing up Daniel's life, exposing the affair, but in reality he was just a repeat offender and his wife had basically given up on him. I couldn't understand it. At that point, I was emotionally drained. I sent Emma one last message. I'm filing for divorce. Don't contact me again unless it's through a lawyer. She sent back a long paragraph about how I was making a mistake, how we could get through this, how I was being cruel. I didn't respond. I blocked her. And just like that, I was done. I never thought my marriage would end like this, but honestly, I feel relieved. The trust is gone and no amount of begging can fix that. She made her choices and now she has to live with them. I don't know what my next steps are, but one thing's for sure, I deserve better. Thanks for all the support, Reddit. I'll update again if anything wild happens, but for now, I think I'm finally moving on. Thank you, guys, so much for watching and making to the end of the video. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below what part was your favorite and what would you guys like to watch in future videos, and subscribe with notifications on. And again, thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.